What is up, everybody? How's it going? Austin prechtelevate Performance, coming at you live. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Don't know if you guys saw it yesterday. Couldn't go live because the Zuck had his thumb on me and wouldn't let me go use my profile. I was in Facebook jail. So, oh well. It is what it is. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. As you were tuning in, let me know how your day is going. Share a win because it is Winning Wednesday, and that's what we do on Wednesdays is share those wins, celebrate our successes because that can help keep the momentum going for more good shit to come your way. But other than that, what we're going to be talking today is burning the boats, and I've talked about this in the past, but I'm going to give some good examples, and I think that if there's a fly in my room. If you haven't heard of this concept before, definitely want to listen in because I'm going to pose a question to you at the beginning of this live. And if you're watching this later time, obviously hashtag replay so that way I know that you saw this. Give the video a like, helps other people see this, helps with the algorithm. But the question that I pose to you, for those of you watching right now, and I want you to type it in the chat, if you have experienced this, is have you ever had a time in your life where you really wanted to do something? Like you felt like you really wanted to do something. Like you're like, maybe it's a fitness journey, right? Maybe it's a weight loss journey. Maybe it is, you're going to start a new job, or you have like to make the decision between a new job or a new house or moving or whatever it may be. And you're like half in, half out, right? Like like I really want to do this, but I'm scared. Like I really want to do this. I know it would be good for me. I know I really want to like lose this weight. I know I really want to get a gym membership and start going, but I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm uncomfortable, and I don't know if I can do this, or I'm not like I want to commit to it. I want to do this. I want to make this change in my life, but something's holding me back. Something's scaring me. Something there's like something that's like you're attached to or connected to, or you're scared of letting go of, because if you do, then it's all the gloves are off. Like you're doing it. You're on your way to doing it, and so you're like holding on to something in your past. You're holding on to something right now that is preventing you from going all in on this goal of yours, on this journey of yours. Let's keep it fitness and health and weight loss context related. But have you ever gone through that? Have you ever had something like that in your life, that maybe you're living that right now? Maybe you're like a little bit in, maybe you're a little bit out, with your journey, and you're like, I'm nervous and I'm scared to commit to it. And why am I bringing this up, right? Like, so right now, if you were somebody who is going through that right now, we all have that in different aspects of our life, right? Like for me, not so much necessarily with my fitness goals, and there's other things in my life right now that I definitely need to burn the boats for. And maybe it is maybe there's something in your life right now that you need to burn the boat for. And why do you need to burn the boat, right? Why do you need to burn the boat? Because you're never going to be able to go all in on your goals if you don't, right? You're never going to be able to go all in on your goals if you don't burn that freaking boat. And that's holding you back, right? That's holding you back big time. Some examples of this, right? Some examples of this, of burning the boat, right? And not going all in. And I'm just going to list these off. And if something like that I say resonates, like, let me know. But like, maybe your boat that you need to burn is money related, right? Maybe you need to throw some freaking dinero down to make it fucking count for you to get fucking serious about it, right? We'll just get that one out of the way. We'll get that big rock out of the way. Like you're way less likely to let yourself off the freaking hook and to not burn that boat. If if there's money on the line, people fucking care about money, right? And rightfully so. It's like we work hard, we give our life up for money, right? And so it's this abstract like concept of our time, right? So if you give that shit up, if you put some of that on the line, you're going to be way more likely to be held accountable and actually like commit to something, right? Does that make sense? So that's one like way of like actually burning the boat and getting like really serious, right? Another one, right? Announcing it publicly, saying, I'm fucking doing this thing, right? I'm starting a fitness journey. I'm starting a health journey. I'm starting a weight loss journey. I'm starting this new job. I am looking for a new job. Like I'm not happy where I'm at. Like, or like announcing that I'm going to do this thing. That is burning the boat of keeping yourself hidden away and not telling anybody about what you're trying to achieve. Because once it's out there, once you've burned the boat of privacy, or once you've burned the boat of having that level of secrecy for your goals, you're all in, like, right? Like if you announce it to all your Facebook friends and family and things like that, guess what? You're probably going to be way more likely to do it and be held accountable to doing it because other people know, like there's that pressure, there's that, like you have cut the ties and you've allowed others into your life in that way to hold you accountable to it. So that's another way of burning the boats. Is throwing it out there. Not giving yourself an out basically is what burning the boats is. It's like, and some of the, like, where this term and phrase kind of comes from is like, my understanding anyways. I'm not a fucking historian, so don't get off of me. Don't be a jerk if you're a historian and you know more about it. But like the thought behind this is that there were like Spanish conquistadors, and they would go and they would travel to islands and South and Central American countries and things like that. And the men would get there and they were like, I want to go freaking home. Like, this is not what we are used to. Like, this kind of like sucks a little bit. Like, I'm not happy right now. We want to go home back to Spain, and not be in this strange new land where we don't have any friends or family or anything like that. And the leader of the conquistadors was like, nah, fuck that shit. We're conquering. We're taking this area. Like, we're doing all this stuff. Like, we're not going home. We're not. And to prevent you guys from even thinking about going home, I'm going to burn your boat. And he burned all their boats. And doing so, there was only one way to get what to move forward, right? It's basically clearing out other paths that you can take. It's cutting ties with your safety nets, right? And like basically forcing yourself to go forward with the thing that you want to do in the first place, right? That's the thought process behind burning the boats, right? That's the thought process behind burning the boats. And so if you were trying to do something right now, or if you want to do something right now, the sooner that you burn the boat in your life, whatever that boat might be, like I said, maybe it's, maybe basically you need to create some sort of like collateral, right? Basically you need to create some sort of collateral for yourself to get you to do it. Maybe your boat is, like, there's like you need to freaking do this because you got a photo shoot coming up, right? That you're going to be a model for, or you've got like a boudoir shoot, or you've got like a wedding coming up. And if you don't burn this boat, like if you don't have that collateral, if you don't have this like level of like I need to do this now, like there's no holding back, like I'm not half in half out anymore, like if you don't do it, then you're gonna have some sort of repercussion for it, right? And so that's another example. You basically need to create a situation where you don't give yourself an out anymore, because those outs, right? Those outs or those excuses or those like things that like that basically give you like a free pass to just like not actually start, or to actually just keep like spinning your wheels, being half in half out. Like that's gonna like, if you the sooner that you get rid of that and you burn that boat, you cut those ties, the sooner you're going to actually be able to go all in and actually like create this new like reality for yourself and reach your goals, right? Does that make sense? Like, let me know if that makes sense, as you're watching this. But you need to be able to go all in, right? Like burning the boats is just going all in. It's just like forcing yourself to go all in. And for me, like, just as an example, in my own personal life, for me, going all in, and burning the boat was, I still remember it. It was about literally about a year ago, right? It was literally about a year ago. And we'll say it in terms of like my business, right? I wanted to grow, right? I wanted to grow my business. I wanted to help as many freaking people as possible. And things were going okay, right? Things were like, especially for just starting out, like things were going pretty good. But I wanted there to be more on the line. Like I felt like half in, half out. I felt like I wasn't like I was all in on my business. I was fully committed to it, but like there was just things that were like holding me back, right? There were things that were like I was limiting myself because I was like, but what if this doesn't work? Like I've got this other job I could like fall back on, or I've got this other like like career path that I could lean on, leaning on just something that was like that I was able to lean on. And for me, that was like, oh, like I've got a bunch of savings, right? I've got a bunch of savings. I've got all this. Like I can just use that. If things don't work out. For me, like I burned my boat. Like I was like, I don't want to have that anymore. Like I don't want to have access to that anymore. I want to put myself in a position where I have no other choice than to either like succeed or fail. And I sure as fuck am not failing. I am betting on myself. And that's what you guys need to do. And so in that situation, like just be transparent. Like I drained my bank account. Like I drained my freaking bank account and put myself in like negative. Like I had like negative $500 in my bank account because I wanted to go all in. I wanted to put myself in a position where I didn't fucking like, I didn't have that to rely on anymore, right? And so that's what I did. I invested it into a mentorship program. I drained my bank account. I was like in the negatives, and I said like, no more. Like I'm burning this boat, and forcing myself into this like, situation where I either have to sink or swim, and I'm sure as fuck not going to sink. I'm going to swim. I'm a swimmer. So you guys need to do that to yourselves. You need to do that. And for you, maybe that's, cutting off ties with a relationship that's like screwing you up right now really bad, whether that's like, with a significant other or like a family member that's like holding you back. Maybe you need to burn the boat of, saying enough is enough. I'm calling myself out, on social media or to my friends and to my family and saying like, I'm doing this shit. This is where I'm at right now. I'm going for it. Maybe you need to put money on the line like I did. Maybe you need to put like, whatever it may be, you need to burn your freaking boat and say like enough is enough. I'm done being half in, half out. I'm ready to commit to something. I'm ready to like make this freaking change for myself in my life and go all in, right? And go all in because that's the key. Because a lot of you right now, you're not all in. You're not. You're sitting on the sidelines. You're just sitting there like, like I want to do this. I don't want to do this. I want to do this. But I've got this going on or I've got this going on. Like, fuck that shit. Like, seriously, sincerely, screw that shit because like you guys are because you're doing that, you're slowing yourselves down and you're never actually going to get anywhere because you're just going to go in and then you're going to go out and you're just going to sit there and you're going to like putter forever. You're going to be idling forever. You're never going to get anywhere because you're not all in because you haven't burned your boats yet because you've got safety nets that are holding you back. Honestly, that's what's going on. And so that's that's basically like what it comes down to, right? Like if you're feeling that right now, if you're feeling like you haven't been able to go all in yet, if you feel like you're like like sitting on the fence constantly, like that is your problem, is that you have safety nets in place. You haven't burned your boat. You're not all in. You're like you're sitting in the middle. You're like, I want to do it, I don't want to do it. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope that was valuable. Hope that was helpful. But burn your freaking boat. Let me know what your freaking boat is in the comments, and let me know, are you going to burn it? Right? Are you going to do it? Are you going to go all in on your goals? Are you going to go all in on your fitness journey, on your weight loss journey, on this new job, or like if you're an entrepreneur like me, are you going to go all in on your business? Is that something that you're going to be pursuing? Because at the end of the day, like you have to make that decision. You have to make that choice to actually do it. Because nobody's gonna do it for you. Like as much as I would like to be able to like reach into through this freaking like this camera, this computer screen, and like shake you and be like, fucking burn your boat already, or like burn your boat for you. Like I would love to do that, but I can't fucking do that shit. That's up to you. That's your choice. That's your decision. You have to do that for you because nobody else is gonna do it for you, right? Nobody's gonna save you. Nobody's coming to save you. You have to save you. So burn your freaking boat and get on with it already. Because success likes speed. And other than that, I will talk to you all later. Let me know your number one takeaway. Give this video a like. Help other people see it. Share it. And I'll talk to you all later. Happy winning fucking Wednesday, everybody.